Andre Bassey, welcome to Africa 54.
Thank you very much, Paul.
You are a man on the cutting edge of technology. You're trying to bring technology into the petroleum industry in Nigeria. What have you been able to do?
My organization is called Axiom Tech, and we are focused trying to infuse technology into the petroleum industry to be able to simplify and also synchronize the system. Fortunately, the system has been a bit untidy compared to the upstream sector. So we are majorly focused on the downstream sector, which is just about distribution. This communication between different depots around the country has been a bit stale. Why? Because the industry had always been depending on probably foremen or middlemen to be able to transmit information, sometimes unverified. People literally live on their phones these days. So why don't we bring in the same sector and put it on the phone at the palm of your hands, where you can tell the activities of everything that's happening around the major depots right in front of you, and you make very major and wise business decisions.
For an industry that is quote unquote heavily conservative when it comes to adapting technology, how are you able to maybe convince people to buy into this?
It's been a hard sell because sometimes most of the challenges we encounter is that some people in their cell phones probably have, maybe for instance, you have a 10 gig phone and your interest is first of all getting the social media applications and all that. So that's what you would rather have on your phone than to delete those applications and have, a petroleum application. It's been a tough sell. Started off really slow. We had just 100 downloads at the first few months. And right now we are counting downloads in our thousands.
If I hear you correctly, you seem to be targeting the big players, the ogas who operate in that space. How can an ordinary person like me benefit from this application?
The application is for industry players, strictly for them to be able to do their businesses. Now, the everyday man who is probably in the other sectors may not really understand the essence of the application unless you're an industry player. So let's just streamline to the sector itself. Now, of course, the ogas, like you put it, are the ones who bring in the petroleum products, put in the storages, they own the storages. So they don't necessarily need to have, the day-to-day information on how to sell their products, because they already have a lot of other marketers who depend on their importation to be able to distribute and sell. So essentially, those set of marketers are the ones that have been untidy, unfortunately, because they do not have good synchronization, they do not have good information. Most times, they are even given bad information as per pricing. If you know anything about this sector, prices are very volatile. So it's X in the morning and it's Y in the evening. So this system has been able to be designed for the everyday player to be able to make very, very intelligent market decisions, so that everywhere they are, whether you're in Port Harcourt, you're in Lagos, you're in Calabar, you can easily tell what is happening on real time and make a business decision if you have to sell in any of the cities.
With all the money that is in that space, the oil petroleum space, how come it's a broken down system where different, let's say, distributors, refineries can't communicate with each other? Is it an infrastructure issue? Is it a management issue? What is it?
I would say the system did not quite anticipate the level of participation it is currently witnessing. So it's trying to struggle to stabilize, to see how this infrastructure can come. That is on the day-to-day end. On the other end, technology, unfortunately, came late into the industry, so that before it's beginning to come up to speed, like the telcos and the banks, the petroleum sector, who is even the biggest cash cow, has been left behind. So it has to start from somewhere, Paul, and we are trying to, start by putting it where it belongs to be able to, help the system to come up to speed.